Now we got another good one to go over here with a straight flush possible situation. So what I want you guys to do is grab a bottle of water, some Gatorade, maybe some coffee, and we're gonna get right into this. Also, I'm gonna say this one time: if you guys are not in the community yet, don't know why you're not in it, that's gonna be in the pinned comment. You can talk with me, other high level members. A lot of good stuff in there, and also if you could tap the like, and let's just get right into this. Now, I am going to be starting this one up quite a bit, but we are not done yet. This is kind of an extension of the last video I put out because, it was a little bit of a longer one. But yeah, we are going to have this situation you just don't want to miss. So you're going to want to stick around to the end. This one's also going to be a little bit shorter, under 20 minutes. So and I say this pretty much every time we get into this now. Like the way I approach playing, it's just exploitative. I'm trying to, use whoever's using GTO or like an ABC style. I just kind of use that against them, and that's just how I approach playing. So it's definitely like, this is not robotic. You can't really play like that. You have to open your game up. You got to throw those bluffs out there, and you got to just make things happen. That's just the reality of this. Here we had pocket queens, kicked it up to the 40 piece, and of course an ace hits the flop, which we didn't want to see. It's kind of like, I mean, why, right? I am going to make the call, obviously, but turn card was bad. If this guy's going to continue, obviously it's going to be really hard for us to continue with queens. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't feel like a bluff right there at all. River card was a 10, so pocket queens, RIP. It is what it is, right? It's just one of those frustrating spots, but a disciplined laydown at the same time. All right, anyways, next hand we had a 2-6 suited. We ain't playing this 2-6. Get out of here with this 2-6. Come on now. And, it's so weird because I play a lot of hands, for sure. Like if this was suited right here, I'd probably consider making the call, honestly, but couldn't even do it anyways. Player 3 is going to kick it up to the 50 piece, and yeah, nothing I could do here. Anyways, I wouldn't have anyways, even if it was suited. Would have just let it go. Would have paired the 2. Okay. Little piece. Little deuce. Turn card was a jack. Pot's kind of building, and it looks like when we look at the players at the table, player 1 was doing good, player 3, and then of course you got me, player 4, doing our thing, just doing our thing. No idea what's going on in this one. Very weird. I don't know. Looks like maybe a missed flush draw and possible boat, like pocket 5s or deuces I could see here. Look at this guy. Wow. Player 3. That is that's something right there. This is this a bluff? That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Are you really gonna bluff it off here on a missed flush draw? I think if player 1 doesn't have it, he just kind of gotta let this go. If he's got like a pair of jacks here or something too, like it's a tough fold, but and he's really thinking about this. Can't really blame him. It's either a missed flush or pocket 5s or pocket deuces, man. That's it. That's really it. The bluff here would be something, though, if it is a bluff. Just doesn't feel like it. I got to give player 3 some credit here. And player 1 let it go. We're not going to get to see what he had, but I'm really leaning towards player 3, had it. Anyways, probably a good fold by player 1. All right, king deuce folded, kind of making our way here. And like I said, man, you guys definitely want to just stick around because it's going to get good. We're kind of just making our way into this. Queens, tough laydown, but that's all we really had so far. A3 suited. All right, easy fold. Just letting it go. All right, back over to player 6, player 1. These two are going to go heads up. All right, another spot where we would have had nothing. but I wouldn't have been opening with this 8-3 suited anyways, you know. Can't really do anything with the 8-3 suited. You know you want to, but you just can't do it. All right, player 6, kicking it up to the 9, 50 piece, takes it down, and okay. I think after this, all right, so we had an ace-jack. At player 3 is going to open, and I always say this with ace-jack, it's just always so tricky to play offsuit. I'm just going to call here. We still have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players to act after us, so I don't think raising this, you know, really makes any sense. If it was suited, yeah, sure, but it's not, so... You know, it's kind of like an ace-10 offsuit, ace-jack offsuit. You know, they're just, you know, they're kind of like whatever. They're not the best. With that said, flop, nothing. King, king, deuce. Kind of a check fold spots, unless I want to try bluffing at it, which I really don't. Player 3 leads out. He also open raised, so we're just going to give him credit. But I also don't really want to get involved with this. It's just, there's just nothing there for us. Ooh, look at this. Player 2 raising it. He's got the king, huh? All right, that is weird. So who's got the king here? It's getting weird. River card 6. It's going to go check, check maybe. I feel like someone's got the king, right? Player 3. Look at this. Well... We're not going to get to see if he did, but I don't know. It was weird. Player 3 doing his thing. All right, so here we go. This is kind of the spot I'm going to be explaining a bit. So, yeah, we got a queen 9 suited. You know, the odds of flopping a straight flush, I think it's like 1 in 60,000 or something like that. I looked it up, I think yesterday. I was just kind of curious. It does make a difference, like the cards you have. So like obviously like suited connectors are going to make it more possible for it to happen, you know, as opposed to like a jack 7 suited or like a jack 8 suited or a queen 9 suited. But you know, it can still happen. But yeah, this was something right here. And you know, like I said, I play a lot of hands. Queen 9 suited, I'm definitely going to be seeing a flop with this, you know, all of the time. And you know, we're going to do it. We're going to do our thing here. All right, player 2 is going to kick it up. Just a straight 45 piece, which was really weird, but he's kind of giving his hand away a little bit. So you're not going to do this with, you're going to do this with aces, kings, ace, king suited. That's really it. So, you know, I'm going to make a call here, see what happens, but those are really the hands that we're going to be expecting from player 2. You just don't open like that unless you have something like that. You know, it's like obvious, right? And you don't want to be obvious, but this guy's being pretty obvious. And let's do it. All right, so this flop is going to be something, okay? It's just going to be something. Now, I kind of teased this a little bit. No, we're not flopping a straight flush, but we're gonna get pretty close to it, you know. And I mean, we still have that 10. We still got that 10 coming, which could get us there, right? You know. And here we are. I'm just gonna call this. There's no reason to do anything else. Plus, we got player 6 behind us. Now, sure, if somebody's got the ace of clubs here, you know, it's totally fine. The odds of another club coming are pretty bad, considering we're holding 2 of them. There's 3 out there. So really we're just looking for like a brick on the turn, like a 3 of spades or like a 5 of spades or something like that. I'd even take like an ace of spades, honestly, like I don't care. But we're looking for something like that, just a brick. We don't want to see another club, but you know, the odds of it happening are pretty low. Anyways, player 6, I think, is going to get out the way here. And player 2, you know what? Just the way he's playing this, it just feels like he could have, he could almost even be kind of like semi-bluffing. So I don't want to lose him here. That's why I kind of just called. Now we get that brick turn, which is exactly what we're looking for. 4 of hearts, really good. Player 2, if he's got like ace king with a ace of clubs, I expect him to really lead out here, you know. I guess you could also have some sets in there too, pocket kings. I guess it's possible for sure, pocket aces. But I don't know. I was kind of leaning towards like ace king with maybe like the ace of clubs or something. But I am gonna lead out here, and I almost wanted to like induce a bluff. I was thinking about it like, do I go like not too big, almost like induce a bluff? You can see how I kind of like went down with it a little bit. And that's kind of what I was trying to do. So, not quite the pot size. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller, and really, I'm just trying to reel them in here. That's really what I'm trying to do. And yeah, uh, let's see what he does. Is he going to take the bait? That's kind of the question here. We want him to take the bait. We want to reel this guy in, you know. Come on now. Come on now, player two. You know you want to take that bait. Okay, and he did. He just came over the top on us. Insta call here, and let's see what he's got. So he didn't even have what I was expecting at all. Drawing dead. Just drawing dead completely. Now, we did not get the straight flush. He did hit trips, so good for him. But, it was very close. And, Queen 9 suited. And like I said, it definitely matters. Suited connectors are definitely going to hit those straight flushes, obviously, a lot more. Your Queen 9 suited type of things can do that. But yeah, man, also tap that like for that nice one right there. And we got one more hand I want to break down, so don't go anywhere. And once again, if you guys are not in that community, pin comment. It is time to get in it. But I had aces here, and this was a pickle. This was a pickle for me. I did not know what to do, and you're gonna see why in a second. And aces. I'd prefer we just get it all in here pre. It doesn't happen that often. It does sometimes, but me and player three are gonna get into it here. And I was really just put in the blender. No other way to say it. Just put in that blender. Just blending it up, man. Just blending it up. All right, so player three is going to, put in a button raise. So he could be doing this with anything. We know that. We know that. So, kind of just go from there. All right, yeah, he's going to kick it up to the 1250 piece. We are going to obviously raise it. Pretty standard play. And player five is going to get out the way. So it's going to come back to player three. Kind of hoping player three re-raises us, which would have been nice. Let's see what he did. I can't remember what he did. He might have. But, no, yeah, he just called. And pretty safe flop for us. I mean, there's a queen out there. I checked it. So I kind of like slow played this, Now he's going to take the bait, right? He's going to lead out here, I think. Kind of large, I think, too. I don't think we raise here either. I think it's just a call. Kind of like let him keep, barreling us, especially if there's like a deuce or a six on the turn or something like that, Okay, and turn card didn't change too much. King. Now, there are some two pairs out there, obviously, but this was just so weird. Like, this is so weird. It didn't feel like a bluff. Like, I don't think that you can go this large without having it. And this is kind of where I was like, dude, I guess we just have to let this go. Very tough fold. He went so large that it just didn't make any sense. So, gave him the credit. Let's see what that river card would have been. I don't think it would have made a difference, but the board pair, it was a king. All right, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.